Have you ever felt a persistent pain in your body and wondered if it might be trying to tell you something? What if I told you that these pains are not just physical, but hidden messages from your own body, trying to reveal something deeper about your emotions and your energy? Today, you will discover the true meaning behind the pain you feel and how interpreting these signs can completely transform your life. Before we continue, I want you to do 3 very important things right now. Leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. This ensures that you don't miss content that can change the way you see your body and mind. And more, I want you to comment right now, "I listen to my body." This simple comment is a commitment to your healing and a first step towards understanding your body language and living with more balance. Have you ever felt a pain that appeared out of nowhere and you simply ignored it? In the fast-paced world we live in, it is common for us to treat the body like a machine that must work flawlessly, taking medication to alleviate symptoms without even trying to understand their origin. But what if these pains weren't just physical reactions? What if they were messages sent by your own organism, trying to draw your attention to something deeper? For centuries, ancient cultures have believed that the body and mind are connected, and that every discomfort can reveal hidden secrets about our emotions and even our spirit. What seemed like just a temporary pain could actually be a cry for help coming from within. Our body has its own language, a unique way of communicating when something is out of alignment. Just like a car that gives signals before breaking down, our body sends alerts before problems become more serious. The big problem is that most people don't know how to interpret these signals, and instead of listening to what their body has to say, they just silence the pain with painkillers or distractions. But ignoring these messages can be dangerous. Little by little, what started as a slight inconvenience can evolve into something much greater, affecting not only physical health, but also emotional and spiritual balance. If you really want to understand what is happening inside you, you need to learn to decipher this silent body language. Every pain has a meaning, every discomfort carries a story. And if you pay attention, you might discover surprising patterns that reveal a lot about your life and your emotions. It's time to start listening to what your body is trying to tell you and realize that every pain has a greater purpose. Let's dive into this journey of self-knowledge and uncover the mysteries that your own body holds. Modern science has proven what many spiritual traditions have always argued. The body and mind are deeply connected. The physical pain we feel does not always originate solely from biological factors, but can be a direct reflection of our emotions. When you are anxious, your heart races. When you're nervous, your hands can sweat. And when you accumulate negative emotions for a long time, your body begins to express them through pain. Sadness can lodge in your chest, fear can lock your legs, and repressed anger can tense your muscles. Everything is interconnected in a much deeper way than we imagine. Think about the last time you felt a lot of stress or went through a difficult time. Did your body react in any way? Maybe you've had persistent headaches, digestive issues, or shoulder tension. This happens because poorly processed emotions do not disappear on their own. They are stored in different parts of the body and, over time, turn into physical symptoms. Traditional medicine can offer temporary relief, but if you don't treat the root cause, these pains will keep coming back. Therefore, understanding this connection between the physical and the emotional is essential for anyone who truly wants to heal. True healing doesn't just happen on the physical level, but also in the mind and spirit. If you learn to identify the emotional patterns behind your pain, you can transform your health from the inside out. Releasing repressed emotions, practicing self-knowledge, and taking care of your energy are fundamental steps to balancing your body and mind. Pain is not your enemy. It is a messenger. And the sooner you understand what she means, the faster you can find true healing. Imagine that your body is like a tireless messenger, always trying to draw your attention to what needs to be resolved. But are we really listening? Most people live on autopilot without noticing the subtle signals their body sends every day. Small tensions, tingling sensations, inexplicable tiredness. All of these can be a warning that something needs attention. But instead of stopping and reflecting, we usually continue to ignore it until the discomfort turns into intense pain. And when we finally realize it, it may already be too late. The human body has its own intelligence and acts as a mirror of our emotional and energetic state. If you are overwhelmed with responsibilities, your back may hurt. If you have difficulty expressing what you feel, you may feel a lump in your throat. If you are anxious, your breathing may become short and rapid. But the most fascinating thing is that these pains are not punishments. They are invitations to an inner awakening. When you start to see your body as a guide, you realize that it has always been trying to help you understand what needs to be healed. The good news is that it's never too late to start listening for these signs. The first step is to pay more attention to your body on a daily basis. How do you feel when you wake up? Which parts of your body feel the most tense? When do these pains appear? Small changes in perception can bring surprising answers. Instead of simply treating the symptoms, start asking, what does this pain tell me? This simple act of reflection can open doors to a deeper level of self-knowledge and healing. Have you ever felt an unbearable headache right after a stressful day? Or maybe that pressure on your forehead after thinking too much about a problem? Often, headaches are not only caused by physical factors such as tiredness or dehydration, but by the weight of thoughts and worries that we carry on a daily basis. When our mind is overwhelmed, our body reacts, trying to force us to stop, rest, and reorganize our thoughts. Each type of headache can be linked to a different emotional factor. Pain in the forehead and around the eyes may indicate excessive reasoning and difficulties in making decisions. Pain in the back of the head can be associated with accumulated tension and repressed emotional problems. And those pains that seem to come from everywhere could be the result of a mind that never stops, always racing and stuck in constant worries. The body was not designed to withstand such an intense mental load, which is why it finds ways to warn you when something is out of balance. If you suffer from frequent headaches, start observing what thoughts and emotions are present in these moments. Are you overcharging yourself? Worried about the future? Trying to control everything around you? Often, relieving pain involves slowing down the mind. Practices such as meditation, conscious breathing, and moments of rest can be as effective as any medicine. The secret is learning to listen to your body before the pain becomes unbearable. Chest tightness is one of the most common physical sensations when we are experiencing emotional challenges. It can appear in moments of stress, anxiety, or even deep sadness. Many people interpret this symptom as a heart problem, but in most cases, it is directly linked to our emotional state. The heart is a powerful energy center, and when feelings such as fear, hurt, or insecurity are accumulated, it responds with this uncomfortable feeling. Chest pain can be a warning that we are repressing important emotions. Often, instead of expressing what we feel, we try to stifle our emotions to avoid conflict or appear strong. But ignoring feelings is never a solution. The body always finds a way to manifest what the mind tries to hide. If you've been feeling this tightness frequently, it could be a sign that you need to look deeper inside and release what's been held back. Learning to deal with these emotions is essential to alleviate this feeling. Practices like deep breathing exercises, therapeutic writing, and honest conversations can help release this built-up tension. Your chest doesn't have to be a prison of repressed emotions. It can become a space of lightness and freedom. But for that, you need to learn to listen to what it is trying to tell you. If your back hurts frequently, it may not be just a question of posture or physical exertion. The weight we feel in this region may be a reflection of the responsibilities and worries we have accumulated throughout our lives. How many times have you felt overwhelmed, carrying problems that weren't even yours, trying to be strong for everyone around you? The body perceives this pressure, and pain in the shoulder, lower back or spine as a whole are often signs that something needs to be relieved. Each part of the back can indicate a different type of emotional burden. The upper part is linked to external pressures. The middle part can reflect guilt or regret, and the lower part is often associated with financial insecurities or a lack of emotional support. The big problem is that in the rush of everyday life, we ignore these signs. We take painkillers, stretch quickly, or simply try to forget the pain without realizing that it could be saying something very important. What happens when a load is too big to support? It exhausts, overwhelms, and eventually paralyzes us. The same is true with back pain. If you feel like you're always carrying a heavy emotional burden, maybe it's time to stop and reflect. Which weights really belong to you? What can be left behind? Not everything you carry needs to remain on your back. The solution to this type of pain goes beyond physical care. Of course, stretching and exercise help, but relieving emotional burden is also essential. Learning to say no, delegating tasks, talking about how you feel, and seeking support are ways to alleviate this invisible burden. Your body asks for relief, and listening to this request can transform your quality of life. Remember, you don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. Our legs and feet support us and carry us forward, but what if pain in this region is a sign that something is stopping us from moving forward? Often, unexplained pain in the legs or a feeling of heaviness in the feet can be linked to fear of the future, insecurity about important decisions, or the difficulty of getting out of a stagnant situation. Have you ever noticed how some people feel their legs get weak before a big change, or how a simple step can seem impossible when there are doubts and uncertainties about what lies ahead? The body senses when the mind is hesitant, and it reacts in the only way it knows how, by creating physical blocks that reflect these emotions. If you have recurring pain in your legs or feet, try to analyze the moment you are experiencing. Are you stuck in a situation that no longer makes sense? Do you avoid making an important decision for fear of the consequences? Or do you feel that no matter how hard you try, you can't make progress in some aspect of your life? Often, pain in this region is a reflection of this fear of moving forward, as if your own body is saying, "I don't know if I'm ready to take the next step." The best way to alleviate this type of pain is to work on your confidence and clarity about the next steps in your journey. Grounding techniques, such as walking barefoot in nature, can help restore inner security. Furthermore, reflecting on what is really holding you back can bring surprising answers. Your body doesn't want to hold you back, it wants you to move forward. But to do that, you need to release the fears that are holding you back. Imagine that your body is a map, and that each pain or discomfort is a marked point on it, indicating something that needs attention. This map is unique to each person, and learning to decipher it can reveal deep truths about who we are and what we are facing. If we pay attention, we will notice that certain pains always appear at specific moments. Headaches during periods of stress, tension in the shoulders during moments of overload, pain in the stomach when we are insecure. Nothing happens by chance, and your body has recorded all your emotions, even the ones you try to ignore. Traditional medicine separates body and mind, treating symptoms in isolation. But the truth is that our physical health is directly connected to our emotions and our energetic state. If you suffer from recurring pain, it may be time to stop and map out what is happening. When do these pains appear? When are they most intense? What emotions were you feeling when they appeared? By answering these questions, you begin to notice patterns and understand that your body isn't just suffering, it's trying to communicate with you. Deciphering this map is a process of deep self-knowledge. Instead of fighting the pain, try to see it as a guide, a compass that points to something inside you that needs healing. The more you learn to listen to your body, the easier it becomes to interpret the signals and find real ways of relief and transformation. In addition to emotions, there is another factor that directly influences body pain: energy. Everything around us is made of energy, and our body is no exception. When we are surrounded by people or busy environments, we can physically feel the impact. A simple conversation with someone who is negative can leave us exhausted, and a tense situation can cause muscle pain almost instantly. This happens because we absorb and store external energies, often without realizing it. For those on a path of spiritual awakening, these sensations can be even more intense. As we raise our vibration and expand our consciousness, the body undergoes energetic adjustments that can manifest as unexplained pain, fatigue, or even temporary physical discomfort. These are signs that your energy is shifting, aligning with a new level of awareness. And instead of fighting these symptoms, the ideal is to learn to flow with them, respecting this transformation process. Keeping your energy balanced is essential to avoid physical pain caused by energy blockages. Practices such as meditation, Reiki, herbal baths, and even breathing exercises can help release trapped energy and restore balance. Your body not only feels emotions, it also responds to the energies around you. And learning to protect yourself from these influences can be a powerful key to relieving pain and regaining your vitality. Spiritual awakening is an intense and transformative process, and it is often accompanied by physical pain that seems to have no explanation. This is because, as we awaken to higher consciousness, our body needs to adjust to these new vibrations. It is common for people in the process of spiritual evolution to experience headaches, pressure in the third eye region, extreme fatigue, or even tingling sensations throughout the body. These are ways for the organism to adapt to the new energies that are being integrated. Many of these pains are related to energetic unblocking. For example, back pain may indicate the need to break free from old patterns, while chest pain may be a sign that it is time to heal emotional wounds from the past. Sometimes this discomfort is temporary and disappears as we adjust to the new frequencies. But ignoring these sensations or trying to resist the process can make them even more intense. If you are going through this type of experience, know that you are not alone. Spiritual awakening can be challenging, but each pain brings with it a lesson and an invitation to grow. The secret is learning to trust the process, allowing your body and soul to align harmoniously. Breathing is one of the most powerful tools we have for relieving pain and tension in the body, but few of us use it consciously. When we are anxious or stressed, our breathing becomes short and shallow, reducing oxygenation in the body and increasing the feeling of tiredness and discomfort. On the other hand, when we breathe deeply and controlled, we can calm the nervous system, relax our muscles, and even release accumulated emotions. The simple act of breathing in and out with attention can completely transform the way we deal with our pain. Each type of breathing has a different effect. Diaphragmatic breathing, for example, where air completely fills the lungs and expands the abdomen, helps reduce tension and bring more mental clarity. Alternate breathing, widely used in meditative practices, balances the two hemispheres of the brain and improves the body's energy flow. When you feel pain, try directing your breathing to that area. Close your eyes, inhale deeply, and imagine that the air is carrying healing energy to the place of discomfort. As you exhale, visualize the pain leaving with your breath. It may seem simple, but this technique can bring immediate and surprising relief. More than just a tool for relaxation, breathing is a bridge between body, mind, and spirit. When we breathe consciously, we are connecting with the present, bringing more balance to our energy and allowing the body to enter a state of regeneration. The next time you feel unexplainable pain, before you rush for medicine or a distraction, try breathing with intention. You may be surprised by the transformative power of this very natural but underrated act. Our body was made to move, and when we stay still for a long time, we accumulate tension that turns into physical pain. Lack of movement can trap emotions in certain areas of the body, creating blockages that manifest as stiffness, discomfort, or even illness. If you've ever felt immediate relief when stretching after a tiring day, you know what I'm talking about. Movement is not just a physical matter, it is a powerful tool for healing and emotional release. Persistent pain can be a sign that a certain area of the body needs more attention and mobility. If your lower back hurts, it may be an indication that you are carrying tensions related to security and fear of the future. If your shoulders are always stiff, perhaps you are accumulating the weight of responsibilities. Movement helps to unlock these stuck energies, allowing the body to find a state of balance again. Walking, dancing, stretching, or even doing light exercise are ways to restore fluidity to your body and mind. Additionally, the way we move can reflect our emotional state. Have you ever noticed how a sad person is hunched over, while a confident person maintains an upright posture? This happens because body and mind are interconnected. If you want to change your emotional state, changing the way you move your body can be a great start. Instead of remaining paralyzed by pain, try bringing more movement into your routine. Small actions, such as stretching when you wake up or walking outdoors, can bring big changes. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact of food on your physical and emotional pain? What we put inside our body directly influences our energy, our emotions, and even the way we deal with pain. Processed foods, rich in sugar and preservatives, can increase inflammation and intensify physical discomfort. Natural, fresh, and nutritious foods help restore the body's balance, providing the energy it needs to function at its best. In addition to the physical aspect, food also has an energetic impact. Some spiritual traditions believe that foods carry different types of vibrations, which can raise or lower our frequency. Natural and minimally processed foods have a purer energy, while artificial and industrialized foods can carry a denser vibration, influencing our well-being in a subtle but significant way. If you are experiencing constant pain, fatigue, or emotional instability, it may be interesting to observe your diet and see how it is affecting your body and mind. The key to a diet that promotes physical and energetic health is not extreme diets, but conscious choices. Including more fruits, vegetables, and nutrient-rich foods can be a simple but powerful step to reduce pain and bring more vitality. Additionally, paying attention to how you eat, whether you're chewing slowly, enjoying the flavors, and eating with gratitude, also makes all the difference. The body responds to everything we offer it, and by taking better care of our diet, we are in fact taking care of our energy and well-being in a comprehensive way. If pain is a message from the body, then how we choose to deal with it can determine whether these messages become suffering or learning. The secret is to change the way we see pain. Instead of treating it as an enemy, we can see it as a guide to healing. There are several simple but deeply effective practices that can help transform discomfort into an opportunity for growth and self-knowledge. One of the most powerful ways to do this is through body scanning meditation. This practice consists of closing your eyes, breathing deeply, and directing your attention to each part of the body, feeling where there are tensions and allowing these areas to relax. By doing this, we are often able to perceive hidden emotions linked to these pains, and by recognizing them, we can release them. Other techniques, such as writing about your pain and feelings, practicing gratitude, and seeking holistic therapies, can also be valuable tools in this process. Transforming pain into healing requires patience and presence. The body does not heal overnight, and each person has a different pace of emotional and physical processing. But by adopting an attitude of listening and respect for our own organism, we are able to access a deeper level of self-care. Pain can be a portal to something greater, and the more we learn to listen to it, the closer we get to true healing. Our body is not just a tool for living day to day. It is our temple, the sacred space where our consciousness lives. However, most people treat the body as secondary, ignoring its signals until something serious happens. But what if we started to see the body as an ally, a guide for our journey of evolution? What if, instead of fighting him, we learned to respect him and listen to what he has to say? Taking care of your body doesn't just mean exercising or eating well. It also means listening to his emotional needs, allowing himself to rest when necessary, and honoring the healing process he is going through. It means understanding that pain is not a punishment, but rather a call to look deeper into ourselves. The more we take care of our body, the more it reciprocates with energy, vitality, and balance. If there is one message we should take away from this journey, it is that the connection between body, mind, and spirit is real. And when we learn to nurture that connection, we find a path to true healing. Your body talks to you every day. The question is, are you willing to listen?